Intelligent design is a rational abductive inference based on scientific evidence. Intelligent design is a rational, abductive inference based on empirical data gathered from fields such as biology, cosmology, and information theory. ID is not a faith-based conclusion but a reasoned interpretation of the evidence in the natural world. Here, I will explain why intelligent design qualifies as a legitimate scientific hypothesis, grounded in abductive reasoning, a method that draws inferences to the best explanation based on the available evidence. Understanding abductive inference. Abductive reasoning differs from deductive or inductive reasoning in that it seeks the best possible explanation for observed phenomena. In deductive reasoning, the conclusion is certain if the premises are true, while inductive reasoning generalizes conclusions from specific instances. Abductive reasoning, on the other hand, looks at a set of observations and asks, what is the most plausible explanation for these observations? In the context of ID, abductive reasoning asks, what is the best explanation for the complex, information-rich structures we observe in biology and the fine-tuning of the universe? Intelligent design posits that these features are best explained by an intelligent cause rather than by unguided, random processes such as natural selection or chance. The scientific evidence for intelligent design. ID draws on a variety of scientific evidence to support its case. Here are three key areas where the inference to design is the most rational explanation. 1. Biological information and DNA. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for ID comes from molecular biology, particularly the discovery of the information-rich structures in DNA. DNA functions as a language, a code made up of nucleotide sequences that provide instructions for building proteins and regulating cellular processes. The sequences in DNA resemble human languages or computer code in that they contain specific, ordered information that accomplishes a purpose. In all human experience, we know that information comes from an intelligent source. Whether it's a book, a computer program, or a communication system, the origin of coded information is intelligence. The same logic applies to biological systems. The DNA code is far more complex than any human-made system, yet naturalistic processes offer no step-by-step explanation for how such ordered information could arise by chance. From an abductive standpoint, the best explanation for the existence of such intricate biological information is an intelligent mind. Random mutations and natural selection lack the explanatory power to account for the origin of information-rich systems like DNA. 2. Irreducible complexity in biological systems. Another core piece of evidence for ID is the concept of irreducible complexity. This refers to certain biological systems that are composed of multiple interdependent parts, all of which are necessary for the system to function. Remove or damage any one part, and the system ceases to operate. Classic examples include the bacterial flagellum, the blood clotting cascade, and the vertebrate eye. Darwinian evolution relies on gradual, step-by-step changes over time. However, irreducibly complex systems cannot evolve in a piecemeal fashion because the system won't function unless all the parts are in place simultaneously. This creates a serious problem for the theory of natural selection, which selects for functional advantages, but cannot account for the simultaneous appearance of multiple parts in a system. Abductively, the best explanation for the origin of irreducibly complex systems is that they were designed by an intelligent agent. The sudden appearance of fully formed, functional systems is more logically consistent with intentional design than with random, unguided evolutionary processes. 3. The fine-tuning of the universe. ID is not limited to biological structures, it also applies to cosmology. The fine-tuning of the universe refers to the precise constants and conditions that allow life to exist. These constants include the gravitational force, the strength of the electromagnetic force, and the cosmological constant, among others. If any one of these constants were even slightly different, life as we know it could not exist. Naturalistic explanations, such as the multiverse hypothesis, attempt to account for this fine-tuning by suggesting that our universe is just one of many, and we happen to live in the one where the conditions are just right for life. However, this explanation lacks empirical evidence and raises more questions than it answers, as it pushes the issue of design to a meta-level without resolving the fundamental question of where these constants come from. Abductively, the fine-tuning of the universe is best explained by the existence of a designer who set these constants in place. Fine-tuning requires intentionality, and the sheer improbability of our universe's life-supporting conditions points to an intelligent cause behind its origins. The limits of evolution and naturalism. Critics of intelligent design often assert that naturalistic processes like evolution by natural selection are sufficient to explain biological complexity. However, naturalism faces several insurmountable obstacles, including the origin of information. Natural selection cannot explain the origin of information in DNA, as information requires an intelligent source. The origin of life, abiogenesis, or life arising from non-living matter, remains a major problem in evolutionary theory, with no plausible naturalistic explanation for how life first emerged. The sudden appearance of complexity. The fossil record shows sudden bursts of biological complexity, such as the Cambrian explosion, which do not fit the gradualist model proposed by Darwinian evolution. Given these significant gaps in naturalistic explanations, intelligent design stands as a better abductive inference. It does not rely on speculative mechanisms but instead draws on what we know from experience, that information, complexity, and fine-tuning are indicators of intelligent agency. The rationality of intelligent design. Intelligent design is not a science stopper, as critics often claim. Rather, it is a rational and testable hypothesis. ID proponents encourage research into the specific mechanisms by which a designer might have implemented design in nature. It opens new avenues of scientific investigation, especially in fields like genetics, biochemistry, and cosmology. Moreover, ID aligns with principles from both philosophy and science. Philosophically, ID embraces abductive reasoning, recognizing that when we see complex, information-rich systems in other contexts, we attribute them to intelligent agents. Scientifically, ID points to observable data, such as the complexity of biological systems and the fine-tuning of the universe, and offers an explanation grounded in empirical evidence. Conclusion. Intelligent design as the best explanation. Intelligent design is a rational abductive inference based on scientific evidence. It provides a coherent explanation for the origin of biological information, irreducibly complex systems, and the fine-tuning of the universe. While naturalistic theories such as evolution struggle to account for these features, intelligent design offers a plausible, evidence-based explanation. Far from being an argument from ignorance, ID is a reasoned conclusion drawn from the available data, recognizing that the best explanation for the complexity and specificity we observe in the natural world is an intelligent cause. As science progresses, the case for intelligent design only grows stronger, demonstrating that design, not chance, is the most rational inference. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment below if you agree or would like to add your thoughts. If you would like me to respond to your comment, please make a level 1 comment directly below the video. I will respond to all polite level 1 comments even if it takes me a while, due to other commitments.